Hello, everyone, and welcome to Spiritual Insight. I am Tiffany White, Sage Woman. I'm very excited, happy, honored, and grateful for each of you to join me and the rest of us in the Sacred Circle this evening. So, welcome, everyone, and thank you so much. Whether you're watching this live, we have live viewers on YouTube, on Rumble, on my LinkedIn. So this is streaming to there too. So welcome to all of the live viewers and all those who watched it on the replay. Thank you so much. I appreciate all the viewers, all the listeners. And let me just, before I forget, because I get into it and then I always forget my website. So my website is whitesagewoman.com, WHITE Sage Woman, one WOMAN, whitesagewoman.com. That is how you can see about the services that I provide, who I am, and if you want to contact me, that's the way to do that is the website. For those who do not have my email address, so just contact me through my website. So welcome everyone. Thank you. Hello, Robert. Thank you so much for your donation. Thank you. Hello, Teresa. And we know we got more people tuning in. So welcome everyone. Just give everyone a chance to come into this sacred circle. And yes. Well, I will go ahead and let everyone know too that we are having Goldylocks Productions. Our shop is having a 20% off sale. It started yesterday. It's a 20% off. It started yesterday, Saturday, and runs till next Sunday, the 12th. This is a long sale. It really is. Hello, Robin. Hello, Sarah. So, put on here. This is the link. Now, the link for the Goldylocks Production Shop is also in the show descriptions for those that are watching and maybe not looking at the live comments. All right, so it's 20% off the Goldylocks Productions shop. So you might want to check them out. We got new designs. A lot of the show hosts submitted designs. I'm going to put the link up here too so you can see it. It's shop.spreadshirt.com. So that's how you can find us in Goldylocks Productions. Goldylocks is with a Y. All right. So that's where you can look at our shop. Like I said, I think I uploaded like 5 to 7 new designs. It's so fun. Go check them out. They're for St. Patrick's Day, therefore spring. So enjoy that. Enjoy those designs. And 20% off, I'm telling you, it's a good sale. It's a really good sale. So if you wanted to get some of those, and thank you so much for all the support. You help support all of the shows and our production. So thank you so much. We appreciate you all. So, all right. Usually, I have these things to say, and if I don't say them right away, you know how it is. And it's like, whoo! And then later on, I'm like, oh no, I forgot to say this. So, how's everyone doing? How's everyone feeling? How's everyone feeling? Yes. Let's talk about your feelings. And so, probably about halfway through, or in a little bit, I feel like I've got to wait a couple more minutes. We'll do a little bit of releasing. We'll do a little bit of sound healing. And so, hello, Wendy. Wendy, I hope you're feeling so much better. So much better. It's no fun, not feeling well. Yay. And let's see. Hello, Samir. All right. Welcome. Yes. Oh, so, lots of things come into us. It could be memories, and they're meant to, really, a lot of us are going through our life review, and that is necessary to purge. It's necessary to purge old things, maybe to purge old wounds that we haven't healed, and they come up as memories. And so, yes, Samir, Tuesday night is the full moon. It is intense, isn't it? And also, too, the Schumann resonance has been high. Last week, hold on, let me look at my calendar and I can tell you because I keep track of the Schumann resonance every day, right along with how I'm feeling. Last Tuesday, the Schumann resonance was, I'm sorry, Wednesday, which was March 1st. Hello, March. Well, and welcome, March, right? Welcome, March. And Schumann resonance was a 70. The energy is high. It's a 70. Okay. Hello, Destiny. Um, and this morning, it started off as a 43, and then now it's 11. So we're seeing these high energies and then these lows, and I like to and you can the Schumann resonance, you can get that as an app too, where you can keep track of it, and it'll let you know when it goes up and down, the percentage. It's I like it because I'm watching how my energy goes up and down, how my heart beats. Is it beating in rhythm with this planet's heartbeat? And so it's very fascinating. It's amazing, and it just supports that we're all connected. We really are. We really are. So yes. So a lot's going on. And we are close to that full moon. So yes, Tuesday. Hello. All right, yeah, Tuesday is the fullest point. I mean, looking outside now, it looks full. It's big and bright, right? And it looks full, but the fullest point is Tuesday. It also depends where you are, as far as if you're in the United States, it's Tuesday, or it might be, they might be ahead Monday night and then Tuesday for us. So it depends where you're getting the information to. What's the time? And if they use GMT time, that would make it, since they would put it, before us. So that's quite fascinating too. Anyway, it's intense and we can feel it, right? It doesn't matter the specific moment. Hello, Richard. Big bear hug to you as well. And so, yep. All right. Now, how many of you, I know we talked about this before too, is how hard it might be to express ourselves, or, our words. And we are learning that, words and spells, words are spells. Words they really set the intention using sound. Now there's a rhythm to the words. There's a rhythm to the words. All right. And if you've I never knew how to cast a spell because I haven't done that in, I can't say ever, just not that I can recall in this lifetime or in this incarnation. I haven't cast a spell, but I did have a friend who's um, a witch, but she's a balanced witch. All right, she says she is, you know um, a white witch, but she all right. So I listened to her one time. She was doing work, and I listened to her casting a spell, and it's chanting. There's chanting involved. The chanting, and it's the rhythm, and it's the frequency, the sound of it. That's what sets the spell. That's what makes it do what it's supposed to do, good, bad, or ugly. All right. Hello, Maureen, and other Rumble viewers. Thank you. Hello, Ruth. So I know we all know this. We kind of, get that. But when you realize that the words have a rhythm, and we call it like the syllables, well, there's a rhythm, and there's with that rhythm comes sound. And so I wanted to share with you just a little story with that, because it's not just using words, okay, at all. And you can, and it's a program. You can, with words, with chanting, with you can program pretty much anything. A crystal, you can, whatever the intention is. I'm going to share the story with you using psychometry. How many of you know what psychometry means? I think a lot of you here do. Psychometry is the ability to hold an object and to pretty much read that object. Um, you can either read the energy that's on that object, and it can be in layers. You can the history of it. You can also see if there was how many layers of it, how many people is what I'm trying to say. Maybe touch that object. If it belonged to one person, it's stronger. Psychometry. Uh, and so I loved the psychometry classes in the past that I took, and I realized that this was something I'm very strong in, and a lot of us are and don't realize this. And even with the energies of the land, a house will tell you its history, the land will tell you its history. You can pick up these stories starts to play. What am I experiencing? What's happening? Anyway, so I wanted to share this funny and I'm going to tell you I'm bringing this up because of all places it happened. In 2001, our family took a trip to Disney World. Yes. Okay. Now, and this memory coming back just recently, because I forgot about this completely. Okay. So and I'm just going to skim the surface, but my feelings of Disney World has completely, anyway, not that I was ever fond of it, but I'm really not now. Anyway, so, but you do the family thing. This is what we do. Kids love it. La, 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 la. Sure. So we were there, and it was in a shop. We were in shops. We go to so many shops, right? And there was, so in one shop, it was, looking at, and there was like this safari hat, and it was a khaki safari hat, and it had pins and buttons, like from the Animal Kingdom there, from, Disney had all these. And I was like, oh, this is so cool. And I put the hat on, and it's like, oh, I look good in the hat. Yes, I look good in the hat. But maybe, um, some of you know this and don't know this. I'm not a hat person. I don't like things on my head too long. Even those fun little headbands that I will try to wear sometimes, we don't keep them on very long. I'm just not a hat or headband kind of person. I don't like anything on my head like that. It's always been like that. But it was like I put this on, and it was like, I have to have this hat. I have to have this hat. And my husband's like, you don't need that hat. It's a $70 hat. You don't need the hat. Put it up. Oh, but I want it. And you know what? I was pouting like a little kid because I wanted this hat. And it's not like me to do that. I'm really not like that. Because if I wasn't, I'll just get it. No. But I was like, I caught myself having a temper tantrum. And I'm like, oh my God, stop it. We got the hat. But I'm going to tell you, that hat sat in my closet. Did I wear it? Not once. Other than to go, oh, wait, they just put it on. Oh, cool. Back into the closet it went. And it sat there for a very long time. I think just the last 2 years, I finally purged it. I'm like, this is ridiculous. I'm going to just donate this now. Let it go. Let it go. But it was in this moment that I realized, when touching it, and after not touching it for a very long time, and I touch it again. And now, since I have worked and allowed my abilities to come back in, I'm working with my abilities. I wasn't fighting them or anything. I felt it. I'm like, son of a gun. Some shops will do that. They will put a spell of buy me. And so I've worked in shops before, or been in shops before, with friends, either helping them out or working out of them with healing and reading sessions, right? And It is. They will touch. I've watched them go and they'll touch certain items and they will say a spell or a little chant of buy me, buy me, buy me. They say it enough and it works. It works. So then I'm like, Disney is in totally it's under a big spell there, that place. Especially when there are little icons of fairy with a what? A magic wand to bam, put that spell on you. So it still had the residual energy on there. Now it sat in a closet for so long, but I felt it and I'm like, that's why I acted that way. I just let it I tuned in and instead of realizing what's happening, I just played it out. Played it out. And I was like, wow. Wow. So pay attention to something that one to pay attention to how you're acting, two to something, and it can really pull you in, and then you have to just wait a minute when you start to feel that, just stop a little bit, just say hold on, whoa, take a step back, take a breather, right? Yes, Maureen, yeah, that happens to me sometimes when I touch something. You go into a crystal shop. um, I was always amazed or wondered why they would have crystal shops would have these big bowls or however they display them with a bunch of crystals in there and people go and they touch them and they touch them. Everyone's touching them. Everyone's touching them now. And it's not, you don't even have to touch it, it's the energy. And so one of my friend shops, she did something really good where she would take crystals and she put them in um, plastic bags. You could see them, little baggies. It took a lot of work, little baggies, and then hang them up like on a rack. But the whole point was that not everyone's going in and just it's like a magnet. You want to put your hands into this bowl of crystals because you know they're healing, right? And it's almost like you're washing your hands, washing your energy with these crystals. So everyone's touching them, and that's exactly what it feels like. So she would hang them up individual baggies. Thought it was very creative that way. Yes, someone could still touch them in their hand and count it, but it's on the bag, not direct. Energy is energy, and it can go through anything. Yeah, our energy can go through walls, can go through bags, can go through things, sure, but less people are touching them when it's displayed that way. So I thought that was very creative. Took a lot of work. When this is for like the tumbled stones, the bigger pieces were in display cases, and you had to ask to see them, or you could feel them from a distance. But not everybody was handling it, and so it got to a point where it was like, oh gosh, you don't. I love crystals, but when there's too much energy, and you can tell the shop owners who will clear them, who will clear those crystals, and just even if you have put selenite, and that will automatically clears them. So just some tools and tips when you go to a shop and kind of pay attention to. But I wanted to share that story with you because I thought that came to my memory, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it really is strong, powerful, and it pulls you in, and it can make you act in a way that later on you're like, wow, that was so not like me. I don't know why I did that. Yeah. Well, hold on. You just got energy hooked, right? That is what a spell used to manipulate or control someone, that's what that does and feels like. Now, are all spells bad? No, there's good spells. There's good chants. There's good healing chanting and spells and rhythmic words. Absolutely there are, and we can use that for um to rebalance energies. I love chanting music. I put that on every morning. Start off with that, the Om Mani Padme Hum. I listen to that for like an hour and then switch over to nature 432 hertz music and turn it up loud because my plants love it. All the plants, the fairies, my dog, all the living beings, the house, the space loves that. And so I turn it up loud. I don't listen to and the whole thing. I don't like things on my head. I don't like headphones. I don't like anything covering my ears either. So my music is going to be speakers and loud. So so everyone can enjoy good music. Not like in the 80s when we turned our music up and thought everyone should hear what we're listening to. Anyway, so I'm sure we can all can relate to something and pay attention to this. Is the reason they wanted me to share this story is to pay attention to these type of energies, So, and don't let anyone talk you into anything either. Always trust your intuition. Trust your gut. Trust what you are getting. Trust it. Trust. It's huge. Okay. Now we are coming. We know this. We are in these times of chaos. The end of the 3D, and and already we're seeing some truth come out, some disclosure come out. Well, full disclosure is going to be coming out soon. Okay. And so, hello, Marsha, feng shui my space. Yay! Full disclosures coming out, truth, and we're talking divine truth. We're talking about the truth because the truth is coming out, and it's going to be globally revealed. And many will be shocked and even traumatized by the fact that 95%, if not more, 95% of what we have been told are lies. Okay? We need to have empathy, love, and compassion for those who are going to react in a not so calm manner. But we need to stay calm and share that frequency of balance, of peace, of love to help them process and even grieve. And maybe we're going to go through this, and some of us already are. We all have PTSD. We all came in here, right, with PTSD. But some of this news will traumatize people, especially about the children, about human trafficking, child trafficking, and I'm just going to leave it at the children. All right. They reveal a lot of things. Do we need to know all those details? Trust me, no, we do not. And because we need to know the truth and we need to move forward. We're not going to stay in the past. We're not going to stay stuck because a lot of the things that have been done to us is in the past. Okay? And in a way, we can grieve, but we must grieve at a faster rate than ever before. So we're going to raise your vibration, raise your frequency to the most powerful, and it is the most powerful and effective way to transform any of that betrayal energy, that shock and grief, type of energy that all of us are going to feel. Right? Let's see, Wendy, I got more PTSD this week. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. And this is for you. You don't have to share this. What did you learn from this experience, though, Wendy? Because there's always something, a lesson. What do you feel you gained from this, or is it still too soon? But sit with it, and you will. Okay. Let's see, Richard sharing more about the commentary here. One time I found the vest I liked, but I tried to walk away, but my leg hurt, then stopped when I did buy it. Yeah, there you go. So were you picking up too, though? Here's something. All right, because you're a Reiki master teacher. All right, you're an Usui Reiki master teacher. And you could have picked up on energy too from someone, the person that had it may have had a hurt leg. Now, by you buying that vest, you released that. You released the vest from that energy, and you probably even sent healing to that owner. All right. And but when you wore it, okay, when you bought it, Richard, and you wore it, did it ever hurt your legs? Or was that the only time? So that's really interesting. Spring cleaning. Oh, yes. And, March, this is the the new year. Spring equinox is the new year. And this is why we're feeling like, oh, let's even more so spring cleaning, right? Oh, let's see. Hello, Carol Ann. How are you? Yes, thank you, thank you. All right, so this will be a good time. Then, if you're feeling the same way, Destiny, you're feeling like a lot of stuff, and we're just going to have to go with the flow. So here's something is that it's not the strongest that survive over the weakest, because you've heard this phrase, the saying of only the strongest survive, right? No, that's not true, really. Not the strongest, not the weakest. It's the ones who can adapt to change. And these are big changes that we're in right here. Big changes are coming, and you got to adapt. You got to go with the flow. If you fight it, it's going to be worse for you. Just go with the flow. And that's going to be the best thing to do. Okay? So let's see. I think, oh, yeah, it never happened again. Yeah, right, Richard. Yeah, I think so. Absolutely, absolutely. And so, yeah, totally, totally big changes. And it's good we need the chaos of the 3D. It has to fall. But it's not like we're just going to be left with nothing, because we already are we're multi-density, we're multi-dimensional and multi-density beings. Okay, so dimensions are side by side. We're in one dimension, and there's many densities, levels of frequency within the dimension. And so, the 3D of this dimension is imploding. It is imploding. It's going to be chaotic. It's going to not look good. All right. But now let's look into the 4D. Let's look into the 5D. Let's look into these, and you're going to see the transition into a new frequency. And for those who've been meditating a lot, or you take that time that time to meditate, and you get into these higher frequencies, you go 5D and higher. So it's easy, and each time, you just it's not like there's someone sitting right there specifically with, okay, congratulations, you made it to 4D, here's a t-shirt. Hey, you made it to 5D, awesome, here's a crystal. You made it to 60, yay. It's not we're so used to things like that in the 3D. But it's a knowing, and you just know how high you go. And I'll tell you is that once you get to a certain density, once you get to, let's say, many of us are vibing 5 and 6D already. And when we meditate, we're going higher. And each time you go higher, that never goes away. It doesn't rescind. All right. Once you make that path of light to that frequency, to that density, it stays there. All right. And it's hard for people with 3D eyes to see anything above the 3D. But when you meditate and you go high, look down, then you can see, ooh, I see what's going on in the 4D space, what they call heaven, which has been referred to as heaven, 4D, and then 3D. I can see this now. I see the whole picture. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Hello, Linnell. Hello. Well, Marsha, that's funny, because yes, it reminded me of Pac-Man Next Level. We are leveling up like a like a video game. If you want to, Pac-Man, waka 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 waka, eating those ghosts, right? We are leveling up. Each density, we're leveling up. The colors are getting better and better. So true. Yes. Notice the colors. They are vibrant. It almost feels like they are alive and breathing themselves. The colors are just magnificent. And it was just, we have this big, beautiful tree in our yard. And it's actually, technically, it's a bush. It's a Yew. They start off as bushes. You can and they're really popular for hedges because they spread really quick. Well, whoever had this property a long time ago took these. They went into a tree. It went up. This is popular in Europe. Europe has a lot of tall, and they can get very tall yew trees. They look like um, they look like a spruce, or they look like a Christmas tree kind of tree. But they're actually a bush. We were trying to figure out what kind of tree it was, and we brought someone in. There was like it has berries on it. You know, this is a bush. This isn't a tree. And he was like, this is so unusual here, you know, in America to see a yew tree. He goes, in Europe, they let them go like this and grow to really big, into big trees. And so he was really happy. He goes, well, I think we have one of two yew trees that he knows of in Connecticut. And so I was like, wow, but it's so magnificent. It's beautiful. And then after the last snowstorm we had, and it shook off the snow off the branches, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, the green was like bright, and it was like she was vibrating, and the green was just really beautiful. It's hard to explain, isn't it, Lynella? It's really hard to articulate. It's hard to put into words, but it's wow. Wow. So beautiful. So beautiful. Uh-huh. All right. Now let's just do some clearing, some cleansing. For those that need that, let's just take a deep breath. This is halfway through. It's a good time to take some deep breaths. And I'll play the 432 hertz tuning fork. All right, let this feel the vibration go through you. And if you want to share, you can say where you feel this in your body, okay? Because it will go to where it needs to go. Don't let anyone try to tell you, oh, it's going to go here. No, don't let anyone dictate or guide you. Let your own energy and your own body tell you what's going on. So it can be different for everyone. And we've seen this because we've done this before. And in the comments, they're not all the same. And no one's wrong because you're right for you. All right, so here we go. The 432 hertz tuning fork. Tell me where you're feeling this. I'm going to do it like 3 or 4 times. I'll do it until I feel like we need to stop. So here we go. Take some deep breaths. And if you have tuning forks, you're supposed to start one ear, go over the head, go to the other ear, to the heart, and out. Woo! Okay, that was a big release, that one. Yeah. Yeah, I felt that in my heart too, Wendy. It was like, whoa, but it was a collective heart. It was all, it's like, whoa, all of us. Wow. Well, you came back just in time, Maureen. All right. Give everyone a moment. I know that everyone likes the crystal one next, right? So, how and where, if you want to share, did you feel the 432 hertz? Yeah, I felt that in my heart too. It's like, woo, this is so beautiful. So beautiful. It was like this push and this pull. It's like the purging and then a of light right behind that. So, because whenever we purge something, it needs to be filled up or replaced immediately. Okay. All right. So, you want the crown? Here we go. I could use some at the crown and feet. All right. So, the crystal tuning fork, 4,096 hertz. Destiny, if this doesn't clear your crown, I don't know what will. All right. So, put your feet flat on the floor, Destiny, if you want to feel it. From your feet to your crown, from your crown to your feet, however you feel it. I'm not guiding that, okay? But if you want to feel it on your feet, put your feet on the floor, all right? And so this is the crystal tuning fork, yeah, all right? So here we go, high frequency, here we go. All right, feeling one more. Ooh. Wow. Mm. This noise just takes me to a frequency where there's no words. Because it's like, oh, wait, there. Ooh, ooh, nice. All right. Yeah, that's the one, right? Woo, there you go. I find those two to be the most powerful. I have other tuning forks. I have some for the heart. I have some for the solar plexus. I love solar plexus work. But I find that I'm burping now. All this energy. Woo, the combination of that 432 hertz and then the crystal one gets it all done. Takes care of all the chakras. Very, very good. Woo! All right. So make sure you stay hydrated. Mm. Mm. Speaking of water, okay, bless your water. Now, with all the water problems that we're hearing about right now, okay, you can hold your water in your hands if you would like to, or you could look. Here's I like to always do the choke array, or the spiral energy circle. All right, clockwise, and I'll with this, with the water. Then I will. This is what I say every time I get a glass of water for myself. Every time I fill up my dog's water bowl. Every time I water the plants. If I'm running water, I say, I am grateful for, love, appreciate, and honor this water and all the water. I am, I am, I am. And that's for my water. Now, if I'm filling out my dog's water, I say the same thing, but then I say it again with we. We are grateful for, love, honor, and respect this water and all water. And so it is. So you're blessing this water and all the water. Oh. Mm-hmm. Enough of us do this on a daily basis. That water element, which is globally, and it doesn't even stop with this, space, and there's so much more to learn about that. But trust me, it works. It really does work. Okay? Oh, yeah. Now let's see, Richard. Frank would hit both sides of the gongs for balance. Oh, for a gong, both sides? Yeah, yeah. Hold on. I think I froze. There we go. There we go. Thing froze. Sorry about that. So yes, I don't with my gong that's up there. I play that every morning too, with the chants. I just do the one side, but I do have right there. There's some. I have my healing bowls, my Tibetan healing bowls. You see, I've played those before, and I would inside and outside, inside and outside. And so Robin and I like I forget his how do you say his name? Robin Master. He sits there with these Tibetan healing bowls out all in front of him, and he does the same thing. I've watched him inside, outside. He taps inside, outside, inside, outside, and lets them all play. And it's so beautiful. And yes, it's for balance. It's the masculine and the feminine. And if I had a bigger gong, I would do that, Richard. Absolutely, I would do both sides because that's interesting too. Thanks for sharing that with me. I love that. I love hearing about things like this. We all learn from each other, and so. But yes, the balancing is very important. Okay, so I also want to talk to you about, or wanted to share some things too. Empowerment, which I know we've talked about. Just be very careful. I think there's some people. Let me just say it this way. Let's just spin it this way. Hmm. All right. You know, there might be some here who, I think pretty much all of us, but there might be one or two. I'm being very respectful for those who maybe haven't really considered if there's ETs or not. A lot of us know, okay, we can't be the only ones. No, no. There's a lot of ETs, and even in this solar system, there's other planets that have life on it, and we had just haven't been shared all that information yet. We do have benevolent ETs and our star families that are here. Okay, yeah, and but don't be fooled by hmm, let's just see. There was some very bad ETs that were here. They got kicked off this planet. Where are we? 2023. In the spring of 2021, I think it was the spring of 2021, March. Yeah, 2 years now. They were banished from this system. Now, this is the tricky thing with the 4D. That lower 4D energy um, is like a portal, and it's hackable. So we have to be careful that we're not working in that low 4D. Keep going higher, keep going higher, and even if you hear others talk about ETs, or hey, I see ships and things, or just be very careful. I haven't experienced that. All right, and I'm just going to say this, that good, friendly, our loving ETs would never come down in a ship and ask you to get on it. Hey, would you like to go? And I know a lot of you are going, darn, I want to leave. Right. Beam me up. No, just seriously, you're here for a reason. You are. Um, be very careful. Our loving star families would not do that. Okay, Um, they wouldn't come down and ask you. And if you say no, and then they keep on, oh well, come on, whoa, watch that. That should throw big signs right there. Um, our star families know what we're going to do before we even do it. They're telepathic. They know how to deal with us. So they want our trust, not they honor and respect how we are. The ones that are trying to maybe not, they're not very kind and loving, and um, they will use trickery again to try to get you to get on. I don't feel like that's going to happen though, but I've heard some people say, let's do a meditation of bringing a ship here, and let's do a healing on a ship. Oh my gosh, no. Please don't do that. Don't do that. You get on your own healing bed, you get on your own med bed, you get on your own healing bed, and you do that yourself. And there's there's been people who have experiences where their loved ones, where they can see maybe if star seeds, they can see ships come. That's great. They see them, they show themselves to them. I've heard some healers say that a ship would come over, and the healers would come out there, and help them and work with them. Now I have had powerful, whether they're not angels, okay, but I have had uh, angelics come in. I have had other quantum healers come in that have human shape, human form. They might not look, they have different features, but they come in and they can be different colors. But they use portals. They've always come in portals with me. I'd see the portal open. They'd come in, especially in the healing session, do the healing, and then they would leave to the portal. Um, but just this is where you're gonna have to use discernment. You're gonna really have to trust your intuition. Trust your what you're getting, not what the crowd is saying. Don't. This is a time more than ever. You want to follow a crowd. Follow the light workers. you know. All right. Just follow those who truly care about you, have empathy and compassion for you. Okay. Um, we don't need anyone else to do the work for us. That covers all religion, medical, even spirituality. We have to do the work ourselves. No one's going to come in and save us. The ETs, the friendly, benevolent ETs, our star families, even the seeders of this planet, are back here in our solar system, okay, to assist us, but they're not going to do it for us. Those are like, oh, Jesus is coming back. It's Jesus Christ. Christ is a consciousness. We need to awaken the Christ consciousness within each of us. That's the return of the Christ. It's a consciousness, the Christ consciousness. Jesus, a human being in human form, is not going to come on a cloud, come down and save us. It's not. It doesn't work that way. That's what we've been lied to about. Uh, all right, but Christ is a consciousness. Christ consciousness. Keep your frequency up. All right. Um, we see, like I said, we're all around us. We see the chaos, and I ask you, what do you want to manifest? What do you want to manifest right now? There are great changes coming. There's great changes. Bad changes, great changes. Look at the whole picture. Approach each day with no fear. No fear. All right? Fear feeds the bad energies, the bad beings. Why would we want to feed them? Why would we want to be food for those energetic vampires, those energetic beings? We don't want to do that. We don't want to feed those beings that live in the dark only. The dark's not bad. We're supposed to. We all have the dark night of the soul, that shadow work. We're all supposed to explore the dark and the light, and they come in the middle, the balance. And that's what the yin and yang is, that great symbol for. Balance. Balance is how we should be. Okay? If there's negativity, add positivity to it. I've seen some people so delusional positive that they need a little negativity to bring back to balance. It's all about balance. Okay. And so I've tried to, I don't want to use the words positive and negative. I just want to say balance. I just want to balance. That's it. That's it. Okay. So now let's do this. let's dream a little bit together. Let's do this because some of this is going to be so devastating to a lot of people. A lot of people when they do full disclosure, when all these truths come out about so much. What they're saying on the news, I hope you know, is a lie. You have to be careful even for alternative news. There's a little bit of tweaking. Trust me, you know I was going to say the liars, the bad people have tried to manipulate every genre of of anything that's out there. Podcasting, they've tried to infiltrate spirituality. They so we just have to be very, very careful. I've seen beautiful people, and then they say something, you know, beautiful spiritual presenters, and they say something, and it's like their energy is beautiful, and then they say something that makes you go, "What?" And then you find out who their teacher was, and you take it back. And all it takes is one person as a teacher to go and give wrong information to turn things, to invert people, invert, confuse. All right. So you want to stay away from anything that doesn't make sense. Don't fall for the presentation of how someone looks. And that's part of that spell. That spell. And I'll tell you immediately, if you start to have any feelings from your first chakra, and what's the first chakra? Survival, and what else? Sexual. If you start to feel, ooh, this person's not, and you start to feel your mind drifting somewhere else, stop and back away. Remember that spell we were talking about? They do that. They'll look enchanting, and that's how they'll get you that way too. Men, women, and as soon as you, because you're just like, whoa, no, um, I'm out, because that's not the energy that should be led with. Does that make sense? Okay, that's all I'm gonna say there. I hope that came out right. Anyway, just think about what sells. We've heard about what sells, right? The sex appeal, fear-based things. Anyway, so let's dream a little bit now. What to you? What would the 5D living look like? What would the 5D, and let's start this off a little bit, what I mean. So there's going to be lots of things that all the bad people, the politicians, just all the bad manipulating parts of government, of just anyone that was trying to control us, you know, the banking systems, the government, just so much. All right, all of these have fallen in many places and are falling and are, um, you know, you have to get out of the United States to find United States news. Anyway, so that's fine. You got to let it fall. So now what does that mean too? We're going to see changes that could appear to be scary, like stores closings, a lot of places going bankrupt, uh, including banks, some banks going bankrupt. You know, a lot of bankruptcy, a lot of factories may be shutting their doors, hospitals. You're going to see the collapse of everything, pharmaceutical, hospitals, all of that. Oh, is that devastating? Hold on. But what's going to happen to them? Anything that was pretty much involved with, I think I'm going to freeze here. Yep. Oh, did I freeze? Yeah, see. All right. So anything that was pretty much involved with control and manipulation, harming humanity, they've got to fall. They've got to go away. So they've got to fall. They've got to go away. So now, but that's fine. Let's move forward. It's actually going to create, even if you lose your job or somebody, because they're going to shut down these bad businesses, they're going to take over. Well, So they're going to take over the businesses, kind of like how what they would do for drug dealers. They repo everything, their house, their cars, all that. That's all going to happen too. All right, they're gonna take everything, and if there's bad businesses, which are bad stores, then then that's what they will then that's what they will do. I see. I gotta be careful and watch my keywords here because I'm freezing a little bit more. Yeah. Watch my words. Oh, I guess you don't like it. Anyway, so let's do this. Now, you know, when we levitate and we hover and that technology is there, we won't need roadways. So there's going to create more jobs everywhere around to bring it up to a much more to help be supportive of this earth. We have really hurt her by how we live. So there's going to be people to remove roadways once we have hover vehicles and even hover buses, public transportation. It's the technology's there. Trust me, it's there. Um, and then visualize it. Isn't that beautiful? Driveways, there's going to be a need for driveways, not going to be a need for roads. And then you see now the land can grow again. Now the land can heal from those scars and can grow. So it's going to take people to take the roads up. Going to be lots of people to help maybe grow food. Supermarkets will turn back to maybe marketplaces where community comes in with this is what I grew, like a farmer's market. It's going to be a true market, and maybe even not just for growing, but maybe somebody sewed and made something, crafts. They make things that's necessary for the community. Healthier clothes, maybe some linen and some hemp clothing, things like that. The free electricity, it's that, yes. Now they're going to need people to take down all these power lines, all the power poles, all that, and put back up the ether catching antennas, or these ether supporting antennas. Uh, Paris has a huge one in front of our face. You know what it's made for? It's an ether antenna. What's in Paris? Absolutely, it is. And there was many more like it all over the place, all over. They're all gone. That one stayed. So please don't be scared of the change, because on the other side of that is beautiful. So beautiful. Not have to worry about anything. Houses for everyone. Things are going to be so much better. It really will. So even if it looks terrible, yeah, that's the 3D falling. It is such a great time to be alive. Not just to witness this, but participate. We are participating in this. We are witnessing it. I've heard others say we are like midwives birthing this in, birthing the change in. But I heard Alex Collier on one of his webinars saying, I love this. I'm going to give kudos to him because I heard it from him. He goes, you know what? We are the new four mothers and forefathers. Yes, we are. The four mothers and forefathers of what's to come we're built off of. That just gives me chills. It's like, oh, yes. Because you know what? It went wrong. The founding fathers had great ideas, and then by the late 1800s, everything just turned on its side. This time it's going to stick. This time we've got this. All right, we the people are taking back our power, and we're not going to be enslaved anymore ever again. And yes, to witness this, to participate in this, and so that our children and the children's children and the future is so much brighter, and they will have this information firsthand, us right here, and lives will extend too. we're going into the 5D. We'll live longer. We'll be healthier. All right. This is a beautiful time to be alive. Embrace it. Embrace it. And keep shining brightly. It's very important to not let anyone dim your light. All right. Maybe you got to sing. Remember that song? This Little Light of Mine? When you start to feel fear coming at you, or you start to feel something, just start singing This Little Light of Mine. Plug your ears and start singing. La la la. You know, do like the kids used to do. They didn't want to hear you. La 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 la. We need to do that to fear. All right. Okay. So dream with me. If you want to share with me, you know what? In a meditation, before you go into meditation, say, show me some snippets of 5D. Show me. Just snip it. See it, feel it, sense it, write it down. If you can draw it, or share it with me. Email me if you want to share it. I'll share it on one of my shows. But let's do this. Let's all, if we can see it, it really does manifest. And this is Manifesting March. Thank you, Ruth. Ruth Saltman on her show Wednesday evenings, 8 p.m. She had said, this is Manifesting March, and I love it. Let's go with it. Yes, let's manifest the 5D, what we want in this. So it doesn't take so long in this transition and ascension from 3D, 4D to 5D, that we don't get stuck in the 4D. All right? Oh, yes. Thank you, Marcia. This little light of mine honors the little light in you. Absolutely. And all our little lights together make a big light. So, all right. Many blessings to each and every one of you. Continue to shine brightly. Vibrate that frequency of source love, light, love. And yes, we got this. Together we are stronger. Together we have this. Okay? So until next Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, I'll be right back here. Much love to each of you.